Welcome to AutoSens, the world's leading community for ADAS and autonomous vehicle technology development. We create best-in-class events, training, and information for the purpose of connecting the global community of engineers, scientists, and other automotive industry experts. We are joined now by Javier Salado, Technical Program Manager at Anyverse. We're happy to welcome Javier back to AutoSens. Javier, good to see you again. Thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Carl. Very nice having you and being here. And looking forward for the AutoSens event in Brussels.
Indeed. And my, how fast time goes. You were just here in Detroit in May, Detroit, AutoSens Detroit 2023, AutoSens Brussels 2023. But again, time going by so fast. And Javier, for those of our AutoSens attendees and viewers who may be new to this community, who may be coming to the conference for the first time, can you tell us a little bit about Anyverse and give us an overview of what you do?
Absolutely, Carl. Yeah, Anyverse is a technology provider that has developed in the last 5 years now, since our foundation, a synthetic data generation platform. It's not 100% focused on automotive and autonomous vehicles or ADAS systems. We can generate all kinds of data, but I would say that 90% of our customers is in the automotive industry, and that's why for us, AutoSens, it's a great forum where we can share ideas and showcase our technology. This data generation platform is based on our own render technology that is based on a hyperspectral render that can basically allows us to simulate any sensor. And that's our biggest differentiator. We can generate data at a scale for the different use cases of automotive, whereas is autonomous vehicles capabilities, ADAS systems, or in-cabin monitoring. Very welcome everybody to join us in our booth and show you what we can do.
Yeah, awesome, Javier. And let's talk about that a little more, because at AutoSens Brussels this year in 2023, you are going to have a larger booth. You're going to have a larger footprint. You're going to be having live demos showing these different use cases. Tell us a little bit more about that, Javier.
Oh, sure. That's correct, Carl. We're going to have a number of specific demos for specific use cases in the autonomous vehicles, where we're going to be showcasing all our technology. We'll show you hands-on how to generate data for outside of the car use cases, like how to rig cameras outside your car and simulate those cameras, and how to add variability to the environment and generate extensive data sets that will cover the needs that you may have for the specific problem that your perception system need to focus on outside the car. We will have another demo for the in-cabin use case, where we will show how to position those cameras, add variability to the characters that you can place inside, and how you can leverage the near-infrared simulation that we are going to be presenting in Brussels. And actually, the third demo, it's going to be specifically about sensor simulation and how you can configure this near-infrared simulation. That it's very relevant for the in-cabin, but we will have a specific demo for that sensor simulation and how you can use our tools to simulate sensors live, online, and make the best decision when you change the different parameters of those sensors and what is the output that you get, and then gauge it with and compare it with previous simulations, with simulation of a completely different sensor, and make those informed decisions that you need to make in terms of what's the better sensor for that precision system and how those sensors are going to be behaving when the data that they produce is going to be fed to the AI that it's behind in the perception system.
Right. We're speaking today with Javier Salado, Technical Product Manager at Anyverse. Javier, let's expand a little bit on A couple of things that you said, specifically near infrared and sensor simulation. So what are the benefits there of near infrared and sensor simulation for your users?
Near infrared is a technology, basically near infrared sensors are technology that many of our customers are using for inside the car and that is because they behave very well in very low light conditions. And that's what you typically have inside the car, mostly during the night, which is a key period of time that these monitoring systems need to work to detect the drowsiness of the driver that comes at night typically. So these near infrared sensors are key for those perception systems. And there is nobody in the market today that can simulate near infrared physically to generate synthetic data with the exact look and feel of a near infrared sensor and camera. So that's why being able to simulate it physically the way we do provides a lot of benefits to the customers. They can generate data with a lot of variability that would be very difficult to get in real life. And it's physically correct. So it will be very close to what they actually would get with the real cameras. On top of that, simulating near infrared allows us to get a crack on simulating time of flight cameras, which is another type of sensor that a lot of our customers use. Combining the near infrared imaging with the depth channel that we automatically provide with all our data sets, you can basically simulate a time of flight sensor. So that's an additional benefit that you get. And now the sensor simulation that you can do on our platform itself, with one single render, you can simulate many different sensors. You can see how that sensor will behave if you add filters to it, or if you change the color filter array, or if you change the exposure time or the sensitivity of the sensor. And you can do it with one single render, and you can actually make informed decisions right there with minimum effort.
That's fantastic, Javier. So well said. The pay-per-use model. Let's talk about that a little bit. The pay-per-use model, what is it and how does that work?
Yeah, no, great that you asked this question, Carl. This is a new business model that we're pushing since the beginning of this year, or since the spring, I would say, where we want to make our technology available as fast as possible to as many engineers as we can. We understand that data generation, data management, it's an engineering task. It's not simple. You need to know exactly what you want, what you need, and how to implement it to get it as fast as possible. And we want to drop the barriers of having to pay a license for to use the technology. So with this pay-per-use, you're basically going to have access to our technology, our tools, and you will pay only for what you consume in terms of the data that you generate. Generating data for us is consuming time in the cloud rendering. So you will pay only for what you render. And that's how it's going to be working from now on. So very easy access to developers. They can register and download the tools from our website, and they will get 1 gigapixel of rendering for free. And from there on, they will just pay for what they need, and they can actually purchase those extra gigapixels directly from our tools or from the website. So it's we're trying to democratize the synthetic data generation to as many engineers as possible, dropping off all the financial barriers and making it very easy and affordable.
And affordable, easy and affordable. I want to encourage all of our AutoSens viewers and attendees to visit the Anyverse website to learn more about the pay-per-use model and everything that Javier has been discussing. And with that in mind, Javier, with all of the topics we've discussed, What trends do you see on the horizon? Maybe things that are coming down the line that we should be aware of here in the near future?
Oh, very interesting. We see that technology for autonomous vehicles, it's in constant evolution. The use cases that the OEMs need to cover widens every day. What the tier ones are trying to accomplish to fulfill the needs of those OEMs, it's incredible. The AI models are in continuous evolution as well, being more performant, more accurate, allowing to cover new use cases that either because it's a benefit for the users or because there is new regulation that basically enforce that we need to cover those new use cases. It's incredible. The evolution is not a stop. And in terms of data, the need of synthetic data, I think it's growing exponentially as well. Because with so many use cases, gathering that data from the real world, it gets more and more complex. And synthetic data, it's a very good answer to fill the gaps that are out there right now. And we see that physically correct technology is the future of synthetic data. And the more accurate you can be, the more performant those models will be, and the more use cases we will be able to cover. So very exciting times with the evolution of technology, and in particular with synthetic data. We see that physically correct simulation is what's going to be the most influential evolution that we're going to be seeing in the next couple months, because that will change in 3, 4, 6 months time. Anyway.
Javier Salado, Technical Program Manager at Anyverse. Always a pleasure when you're with us for our AutoSens and in-cabin events. Javier, thank you for sharing your expertise and your thought leadership. I look forward to being able to do this again real soon in the near future. But in the meantime, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Carl. Always a pleasure.
For more in-depth interviews like this, subscribe to the AutoSens YouTube channel and follow AutoSens on LinkedIn. For more information on our world-class events, visit auto-sense.com. That's auto-sense.com. In Detroit, on behalf of AutoSens, I'm Carl Anthony.